Hi, welcome to class. Today we are doing a Pilates abs class, and we're gonna use blocks as our props. So you will need 2 yoga blocks for this. You could technically use books or something as well, but the yoga blocks are, we're gonna do things where we squeeze them between our thighs and stuff, and so I think yoga blocks would be better. If you do have, however, like a Pilates ball, they would also work, like the small little Pilates balls. So grab your blocks or whatever you have, and we will get started on our backs. So you can come to one side and just make your way onto your back. You can wiggle out the hips a bit and just kind of taking some hip circles, just arriving here on your mat. Get ready to to do some work. Okay, so now grab your blocks. One block will go in between your knees. You can use whatever setting works better for you. So you want it to be roughly hips distance apart. And so we all have different anatomies. And so for me, the middle works really well, like the middle size like this, but find one where your legs are roughly hips distance apart. Squeeze into that block. Keep your legs in a 90-degree angle. Press your low back into the floor and nip your bottom ribs in, so you're not here, you're engaged, right? So you should feel your abs start to work already here. Now, grab your second block, squeeze it between your palms, so you're holding it like this. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Now we're gonna just reach that block over our head. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Remember to press your low back into the floor. Squeeze that block with your knees. Really feeling that core starting to fire up. Press your hands into this block as you bring it overhead. Really keeping everything super engaged here. So the harder you squeeze, the harder this gets. You can make it pretty difficult. Try to keep your legs in the exact same position. Beautiful. Let's do 3, 2, exhale on the way up. Last one. Beautiful. Now, keep your hands straight up, and we're just gonna tap our toes down. So this is really difficult. If it's too much, you can remove the block, you can lower the hands, or you can also just bring your toes closer to your butt. So this is an easier movement here. So just while you build strength, press that low back into the floor. Okay, I'm feeling it. And this is only our second exercise. Keep going. You're doing great. Press into those blocks. Press, 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 press. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Take a little break and place one block to the side, and we're just going to use one block for this. Keep your left leg in tabletop position. Place your block lengthwise and kind of push it into the top of your thigh here. Place your left arm on the other side and press these together. So if this feels weird, like in your elbow or anything, you can also do it this way. So just pick whatever feels better for you, and you'll press the knee into the hand into the knee, and so you'll feel already your core really starting to fire up here. Now bring your right leg into tabletop. Right arm is parallel to the left, and we'll just tap the toes and arm goes overhead. Exhale to come back. Inhale. Beautiful. Really squeeze that block with the left arm and leg. You can make this hissing sound as you exhale. It really helps engage your transverse abdominis. And we're using the breath to help the movement. And sometimes if you don't really feel this, hissing will help you activate the right muscles. Let's do 2 more on this side. Beautiful. Ooh. Shake it out, and we'll do the other side. So place the block in between your top thigh there, and then kind of like your forearm, depending on your anatomy here. You can also place the elbow in there, whatever feels better for you. Press, really squeeze this, right? So you want to actively try to squish that block. Left leg comes into tabletop, left arm up, and then inhale, arm overhead, toes down. Exhale, bring it back to center. Feel free to make that hissing sound. The low back is pressing into the mat. Push into that block with the opposite knee and opposite arm. It's hard to talk and do this. Beautiful. Keep going. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. Gracefully release the block. Oh, and just take a moment here. Hug your knees into your chest. You can wiggle it out a bit. Ooh, okay. Now grab both blocks again. Actually, let's start with one. So place the block in between your thighs this time. So again, find whatever works for you as far as the size of the block, right? If you want it on the wider setting, the medium setting, or the narrow setting. It all depends on what feels better for you. So for me personally, it's very uncomfortable for me when my hips are internally rotated. And so I like to have them a little bit wider, but you find whatever works for you. So from here, squeeze the block, extend your legs as far as you can. So you might be here, that's all good. You can also keep a slight bend in your knees. Whew, arms by your side. And here, we're just gonna bend the knees and straighten. Bend the knees and straighten. So really focus on extending with that exhale. So you can do that hissing sound here again. And if you want to intensify this, you can lower the legs. And just remember to press that low back into the floor. You can even place your hands inside your hip points here and kind of push it in together, in towards the midline. So we're working a lot into our core here, our deep core, our TVA, or transversus abdominis. And so that is a corset muscle, which it kind of wraps around our low spine. So hugging it in like this, that's kind of the motion that muscle is doing. So sometimes it can help to do this just to kind of feel it more. 3, 2, last one, 1. Whew, beautiful. Release that block. And for this next one, we'll use both the blocks. Take a breather. And if you need more rest, feel free to take rest, obviously, as much as you need to, and just come back. You can take you can pause the video or do anything you need. Oh, okay. So now for this next one, place the block in between your thighs again. So find whatever feels good for you. You're going to keep that other block in between your hands again. Extend the legs straight up, arms are straight up, and from here, inhale, lower both the arms and the legs, so the legs are straight here, and exhale, come back up. If you have tighter hamstrings, it's okay if your legs are a little bent. It doesn't affect anything, so do whatever feels good for you here. If this is really difficult, you don't have to do the arms, so you can just stay with the arms down. And you can work here. If it's super heavy, you can do small movements like this, just as you build strength, okay? So pick your level of challenge that you're feeling up for today. And we'll do 10 here. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It really helps to do that hissing sound. Beautiful. And only go as far as you can while still feeling that you have control through your core. So if your back starts popping off, then you know that you need to back off a little bit. These are really, really hard. I think we have 3 more. I lost count. 2. Last one. Ooh, beautiful. Okay. Remove the blocks. Take a moment. Oh, hug your knees into your chest. I'm dying right now. Ooh, okay, so now we'll work our obliques. So come over to one side and we'll come into a side plank. So you have options here. Now, I also want to mention, if the block hurts your inner thighs for any reason, you can either pad it with something, or you can also just omit it. I do think it's obviously it adds more resistance and it activates different muscles, but you can do all of this without a block as well if it's uncomfortable for any reason. So. All right, for this one, I'll show you. So option 1 is you keep your legs in this half diamond shape. Feet are together. Block goes in between your thighs. You're on your elbow. And we'll do a modified side plank here. So lift the hips and lower. And lift and lower. Now, if this is too easy for you, you can do this in a full side plank. So you're on your elbow, legs are straight, and you'd be here. Yeah? So I am going to do the modified version, or the option 1. So pick whatever feels better for you. Okay, here we go. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really feel this in your side abs here, your obliques on the right side. As they lift the hips up, you can keep your left hand on your hips. You can keep them here if you want to feel those abs work, or you can even keep them down here for support. Just make sure you're not kind of twisting this way. 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Beautiful. Switch to the other side. So again, you can do either the one with the legs in half diamond shape or full side plank. So I am going to do the half diamond shape here. So the block goes in between your thighs. And again, if this is uncomfortable, just skip it or grab something to wrap it, like a towel or something. Whew. All right, here we go. 1, 2, just lift those hips up. Remember to push away with that bottom shoulder. So you don't want to sink into the shoulder, right? You want to imagine that you're pushing the floor away the whole time. So you can actually feel back here too. Your kind of lats are engaged. Feel those bottom obliques here really work. Sometimes it helps to put your hand there. 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Whew, beautiful. You made it. I hope you enjoyed that little Pilates abs block class. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. And I will see you again soon. Bye.